A little insight as to how I try to keep myself clean out here in the wilderness. I like to try to stay as clean as possible. Hygiene is always a challenge out here, but it is doable if you have a few simple things and you're an opportunist. And this morning the opportunity has presented itself with a beautiful little creek here. This is Holcomb Creek. I camp nearby. But even if you don't camp nearby, maybe you come across one in the middle of the day, you could still do something like this. So here. Yeah, you can probably see that. I have a few things that I always carry with me. Some sort of soap. Typically it's camp soap. In this case it's Castile hemp peppermint soap. It smells great. I always have a bandana. I have my handy dandy razor here. This is the same blade. This is a tough razor. I've been using it for 3 weeks with no shaving cream. Still works great. And then I'll also have this, this is an emergency signaling mirror, but it also doubles as a shaving mirror. So typically what I'll do is I'll take my bandana and my soap and soap it up, get it wet and sort of rub it together. This does a couple different things. Number one, it cleans my bandana. And number two, it cleans my face. And oftentimes I'll try to do this at night whenever possible because I like to get into the sleeping bag nice and clean. But I'll get my face nice and wet. You can do this without soap. I've done it without soap many times. It works just as good. And get a nice kind of a lather going. Then I'll take my razor and just shave. Just using this, in this case, this creek water just to kind of rinse it off. And you know, I like to stay clean shaven. I'm not a hiker that likes to have a big Forrest Gump beard and be stinky. Nothing against the gals and the guys who prefer that method, but just for me, I like to try to stay as clean as possible. It makes me feel good. It makes me feel a little bit more like a human and not a barbarian or a Neanderthal. But again, you know, nothing against the people who don't choose to do this stuff. But I'll go ahead and shave, and then I'll use my little mirror just to touch up the sideburns because it's all about looking good out here. And that's pretty much it. Then I'll go ahead and brush my teeth, and the rest of my bathing program I'm not going to show you because it involves taking off articles of clothing, but you get the same idea. A bandana, some soap, some water, and that's really all it takes. Do that once a day, and boy, I'm smiling. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like I'm ahead of the game. So, and then, of course, you know, swimming whenever possible is a great way to clean off, too. But yes, it is possible to stay clean out here in the wilderness. I know that's why a lot of people don't go backpacking because they're afraid that they're not going to be able to stay clean. If you are a little prepared and you're an opportunist and you got to be a little bit tough, sometimes the water's really cold, but it can be done, people. It's possible. You can stay squeaky, freshly clean out here in the wilds of the wilderness. Anyway, just thought I'd kind of share that with you on the Pacific Crest Trail, day 23, Section C, California.